play pretty gritty yesterday in their game against Colombia. The final score was separated by just 12 points, and it was their head coach, Taj Gangba, that told me if they just would have sunk their free throws, it would have been a different game.
Yeah, they have problems making easy basket. It was a tough game for them. They played well yesterday. They were not effective on the offensive end. Everybody on the Virgin Islands today, Despina, needs to be ready because this Canadian team wears you down. They need to have a good offensive percentage to be able to compete against this amazing Canada team. But we did so many wonderful things, especially Natalie Diaz. She showed us that she's a pure shooter, and when she's open, she's very effective. Tate, all hard. She got a double-double for her height. She plays bigger than she really is. 10 points, 14 rebounds. That was amazing, amazing. So I can't wait to see what they're going to bring today against this Canadian team.
Yep, and they're going against the Canadian squad who, when they were last here for the AmeriCup, finished up as the runner-up to Team USA. They're doing their introductions now, and when I talked to Coach Lisa Tomaitis before this game, she told us that this matchup isn't really about the opponent, it's about them. This team has not played together in 16 months, Natalia.
That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. And like, you know, like we said before, they didn't play yesterday, but Canada needs to show in this tournament from the start that they are the team to beat. This is a well-rounded team. They have offensive weapons in every single position. They are a team that is known by its defense. And this tournament for them, Despina, they want to win it, but they also want to prepare for the Olympics.
That's right. The Olympics are next on deck for this team from Canada. Right here inside the Roberto Clemente Coliseum, we're going to start with the flags and national anthems with the Virgin Islands and then Canada.
Now the national anthem of Canada.
These young women are ready to play some basketball. Natalia, talk to me about this moment and being able to represent your country on your chest.
It's amazing. I always love to see this Canadian team once the national anthem is played. It doesn't matter who is in the team, they always hug each other, and there's so much respect. They also sing the national anthem, and I think it's wonderful for them. Like you said, 16 months without basketball. Some of them have been playing, in Europe, but it's not the same when you have to get together to represent your country.
And a look at our officiating crew for today. The referees, 2 from Puerto Rico here to kick things off. I know some of these faces were with us late last night too, as this is day number 2 of the 2021 FIBA Women's AmeriCup Group A. We are in the grouping phase. And the Virgin Islands are trying to get back on the winning way. This is what their starting 5 looks like.
Molina Williams, she was great yesterday. The same with Imani Tay, Delanise Butt, the veteran, the young veteran, Natalie Lay, and Anisha George. Anisha will be very important today for this Virgin Island team. She needs to be a little bit more effective. She was all hustle, all hard yesterday. Just some of the easy shots she took didn't went in, but hopefully today will be better for her.
Coach Gunga here. She is no stranger to these games or the U.S. Virgin Islands senior national team member, played in WNBA, college career at George Washington. She's been coaching since the 2000s, so she's a mainstay here.
People think it's an easy transition, but it's not, from player to coach. There you see the starting 5 from Canada: Najan Rainkak, Okunwe, Miranda Ajim, Jamie Scott, Shea Coley, and Nero Fields. This is an amazing team. There you see the bench. Coach Tomaitis, who was also a professional basketball player. She used to play in Greece, but then she got hurt, she retired, and she started coaching. There you see it. She's been with this team since 2012, been very successful since then. I love her coaching style. She's very calm, she's very smart, and she has control of everything that happens with this team.
Yep, that was Lisa Tomaitis, and she seemed relieved. This group just got back together on May 20th. So it's starting to feel a little bit more back to normal, Natalia, but COVID has impacted every facet of our daily lives, these players' lives. Everybody's pulled from all around the world.
Yeah.
And so I asked Coach Tomaitis, I was like, how did you stay connected and create that chemistry? She goes, there were a lot of Zoom calls, Natalia. But Canada, it was very restrictive, and rightfully so. So this moment just means a little bit more as they knock the dust off.
Definitely, and it's important for them because besides wanting to win this tournament, right now they are the team to beat with the USA, they also need to prepare for the Olympics. Maybe this is not the exact same team they will take, because we know some of these players from Canada are playing in the WNBA, but you have a good amount of players that, yes, they will be in Tokyo. So what better way to get ready, to prepare, than to play the AmeriCup 2021.
Yeah, and they're going to be met with a scrappy team from the Virgin Islands. This team knows they're undersized. They do the little things to, pull out the W's, and they're often overlooked. So they're going to be pesky around this Canadian team, especially after dropping their first group play match against Colombia.
They were, they played hard yesterday. They played really hard. Their defense was right there. They were working the boards, but their percentages were way too low. 34% from the field. The three-point line, they were 6 of 20 for 30%. Even from the free throw line, they were not effective. So today, in order for them to compete against this team, all of those numbers needs to be better. They need to be ready.
Anisha George steps into the circle. She's ready to play today. She'll go up against Canada's Nayo Rainkak Okunwe. And Okunwe will start things off in the positive for Canada. And again, this team hasn't played together in 16 months. Fields' first shot is a go, though.
Tate went below the pick and roll, the screen. You cannot give space to Nero Fields.
Instantly, the full court pressure comes from Canada. Williams, high-low. Ball gets put on the floor, sticks with it. George, that one's off its mark.
Oh.
And a push here right in front of the officials will cost the Virgin Islands a foul.
Shea Coley. Shea Coley's been with this national team in and out. Some competitions she's been in, other competitions she's been away, but she's playing in France right now in the club of Shaina Basketball Bourgogne.
Scott spots up on the top of the key. Won't drop. Tate with the board.
Good, easy. Good.
Bow surveys. Day, the lefty, rolls in and out.
Talk. Drag. Stay with it. Good job.
We have a traveling. This is part of that shaking, off the dust.
We had to remember Virgin Islands played yesterday. This is Canada's first game today. The same will happen with the USA team. They were free yesterday. They will be playing their first game today against Dominican Republic.
Yes, and you're watching the AmeriCup, the top 10 teams in the Americas and the Caribbean nations here, all in Puerto Rico all week long. The 10 teams are divided into two groups, Group A and Group B. This is Group A we're watching right now. And the top 4 teams will advance on to the quarterfinals. Natalia, can you speak to the urgency of getting these wins early in group play?
You want to win. You want to get that confidence. You want to be in a good spot once you pass to the next stage. But most importantly, you just want to get a feel and feel like you're able to win.
Tate goes lefty, pulls up with the right. And Canada moving down court.
Inside, move.
A nice little floater pass. They find that open look in the corner, and it's no other than Shea Coley that sinks it.
And both baskets for Canada so far have been from a long range. Has been a long range shots. Usually they always started playing, with the post players at the beginning of every game. That's one of their main characteristics. But hey, they do have great shooters as well.
A tight handoff there. Anisha George playing some stellar defense, gets knocked on the pick. She follows. Shot does not go up in time. Great defensive stints by Canada.
And Nayo, she's a big player. She plays the 4, sometimes she plays the 5. She can defense as a guard. She's very agile, she's very athletic. And there you see, she have her hands full today. She'll be guarding Natalie Day.
Miranda Yim is the captain there, wearing number 9 for Canada. She's preparing for her final Olympic stint as she announced her retirement after these games. That shot just a little short for the veteran captain. Williams streaking. Does she get it up? No. But the contact comes.
Let's see what happened in this free throw line. Today, as I said, Virgin Islands was not that good yesterday from the free throw line. There's the repetition. Going down the floor, great pass. That was a beautiful, beautiful fast break.
1 for 1 from the free throw line. It's a good start, Natalia.
Yes, it's a good start. Molina Williams, she played 27 minutes yesterday, 7 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. Only 19 years old. Virgin Islands came to put pressure full court. Good pass.
They find the open shooter again, Fields. That one far. Coley, wing shot, and nothing but net. Shea Coley with 6 of her team's 9 points so far.
Shea Coley was part of this Canadian team on 2017 when they won gold in the AmeriCup.
Scott pushing forward. Lefty gets dinged. So Fields, Naira Fields, a 27-year-old, will head to the free throw line.
Naira Fields is so fast. I love how she can, there's the repetition. Her first step is extremely hard. She can jump. She's not that big, but she's very athletic. Once she finds a gap, she'll attack. You see Stacey Scott. Beautiful, beautiful three-pointer for Shea Coley.
Some substitutions as Ayim sits down. Kayla Alexander, who led this team in 2019 in points and rebounds, steps back out.
She was the only Canadian in the All-Star team on 2019. At the last game, she didn't play against the USA because she was hurt. So she played the whole tournament, but in the last game, they decided to sit her down. She was really, really hurt. In order for her, a player like her, to say, I cannot go, she was hurt. And I'm glad to see her here and healthy.
And it's safe to say they want to avenge that loss
Against USA.
and it means more than anything now ahead of the Olympics.
You want to, yeah, there's a lot of pressure with this Canadian team to be in the Olympics podium because everybody knows what they're capable of. They went to the pre-qualification tournament. They were in Belgium. They were on first place. They did amazing. They beat Japan, one of the favorites. So there's a lot of expectations with this team, you know, a lot of responsibility that comes when you win tournaments like that. And they are all very aware of that, very aware of that. Remember, they have players like Bridget Carlton, they have players like Kia Nurse that are not here, but that will be joining them to the Olympics.
Yes, 4 players are missing off this Canadian roster. 3 WNBA, and then their captain just gave birth 2.5 months ago. So a few pieces that will be joining this team next month. Tate in transition. Gets her own. Squaring up, bow misses to the left. And the Virgin Islands just struggling to get the ball in the basket. Pelington will hit a wide open Jamie Scott. And they make it look so easy.
Listen, I was looking at this girl during the warm-up. She would miss one shot. She's a pure shooter. Aisling Koenig. She's playing in Belgium right now with Castor's Brain. She was part of the North Carolina program where she averaged 21 points and 3 assists. She has also a double nationality. She's Canadian, but she could also, you know, she's from Austria as well. Somebody from either her mother or her father. So she have double nationality.
Koenig again, thought about it. There was contact, though, away from the ball. She's great at creating space, too.
She have the shape, she have the size. She's very strong. She likes to post. She's not the type of player that likes to play front in the basket. That's Shabari. It's in the game.
Pelington, back over to Koenig with a reset. Driving left, she's got 3 blue jerseys and then drops, and 1.
And they're doing, you know, the guards from Canada are doing exactly what they need to do. They are trying to get the ball inside, but Virgin Islands is doing an amazing job fronting their post players. So what do? I will find the gap. I will try to do something. I will attack those gaps, and so far they've been very, very successful.
And now the Virgin Islands find themselves down by 14 points. We've got a timeout. What is Coach Gungba saying here in this huddle?
Do you know what? I think they're doing pretty good on defense. You know, their post players, the Canadians post players, have not been able to do that much. The work has been done by the point guards. So they knew that one of the strengths that Canada have were the post players. They just have so much ability all around them that it's now the guards. So they will, you know, the coach is probably talking about how to, you know, hold those point guards, how to, you know, defense them a little better, how the help can come from the opposite side. But, you know, only 2 points for them. But you know what, Despina, they have not been responsible in the shots that they're taking. They're good shots. They just don't go in. Same story as yesterday. Same story as yesterday. So far, yeah, the only points they have are from the free throw line.
Meanwhile, Canada can't miss from beyond the arc. That was Koenig. And you're going to get another look here as they whip the ball around. Actually, Pelington's drive here.
You saw how good the Virgin Island defense was right there with the post players. They're fronting them, going in front of them. If you want to pass them the ball, pass them, you know, on top of me. But not, you know, I will not. They are not letting the Canadian post players to be in front of them. They're doing good in that. They just need make some adjustments against the guards.
Pelington can't complete the three-point play. Good look for Monty Tate. Ball pulled down with the muscle of George and just denied by the bottom of the rim. Pelington will draw the block.
They need to stop her a little sooner than that. A little sooner than. She can not only score, but she's a great passer. There you see it. It was a little late of Tate. Good intentions there. She moves a little bit. That's why they call a block. And her spawn is already. No, she was shooting.
Yeah, so now that's the 5th team foul against the Virgin Islands. So now for every foul remaining in the first quarter, we will see the Canadian team go to the free throw line. And Pelington gets the one back moments ago from her and one. She's got 3 points today.
She's only 22 years old. She transferred to the University of Arizona from Oklahoma. Her coach is here, as an assistant coach for the USA team, Barnes.
George decides to take it herself. The foul comes away as we had some post presence.
There was a little traffic there, but she needs, yeah. Alexander is a little slower than her, so yes, you attack her.
Foul with the inbound. Williams with the pump fake. She'll take it up. You know she's a shooter. She looks at, she gets a good look every time. But the post will go to work this go around. That was Ami here. And the ball will go the other way.
Yes.
Good job, Mish. Good job.
The foul was called
Our ball blue. Press up.
on Alaya Edwards. Alaya Edwards. I don't know about you, Despina, but I have so much fun watching Alaya in the last NCAA tournament with UConn.
Yeah, the 6'3", 18-year-old is one of the youngest. I think she is the youngest on the Canadian roster. Her energy and her movements for being that big. I mean, that Molina Williams had to earn every bit of those 2 points.
With a little bit of contact there, she managed to finish. That was a great layup for her.
And Pelington continues to drive. Like you said, she plays for Arizona. Another look at the Virgin Islands attack. Look at how far away they had to push. Molina Williams was so far off away from the rim.
We have Shaina Pelington in the free throw line. And Shaia's been with the national team for a while now, not only with the senior team, but she was part of that FIBA U16 gold medalist team on 2015. In 2016, she was with the U19 team, that won bronze, and she was also with the FIBA World Champion on 2017 FIBA Cup, in Argentina. So, it might be her second AmeriCup, but she's been with the national team, with the program for a while now, in the junior teams.
And we talked about it earlier, yesterday, about the programs and setting up the systems and those junior teams and how valuable that is to the success of these national senior teams.
And the thing is, Carly Clark, which is the assistant coach from Canada, she's the one coaching the junior team. So
it's all connected.
Rebound. Get it. Spot up, Britt. Spot up,
Virgin
Britt.
Islands pushing. Foul pulls up on the elbow.
Rebound. Come on, Connor. Come on.
And a one-and-done trip.
Switch it.
Koenig gets the ball.
Help.
Pick and roll situation.
good pass.
Finds the open shooter, and that's exactly what Lisa Tomaitis wanted. That nice shot from Aliyah Edwards.
Let me tell you something. If Alaya managed to perfect that shot, because Alaya, we know how powerful she is in the post. We know, we've seen her since a long time. She's been with the national team. Now she's playing with UConn. We know what she can do in the post. If she gets better in the long range, forget about it.
She would be a triple threat. The way she's playing defense, if you can shoot the ball. George with the reverse. Won't go. Canada will keep moving things down court. Aim, easy bucket for Aim, the captain.
Beautiful fast break. They almost didn't dribble the ball, just pushed the ball down the floor. There's a great pass. Ajim can dribble using her body. She finished. She received the foul. Ajim, Miranda Ajim, she's playing in France. Right now she's averaging 8 points and 3 rebounds. She also have experience in Turkey.
In the paint to battle. 2 blue jerseys are down with the rock. Looking over them was Aliyah Edwards. Those 50-50 balls, how important do they play?
Yeah, no, you have to, in a tournament like this, you have to do exactly what they did.
Virgin Islands are going to try and chip away at this lead that Canada has. Close out the first quarter on a high note. George thinking about it, waiting for a cutter. Shot clock down, 3, 2. Shot is up and out. George with the rebound. Barry intercepts the pass. Virgin Islands gets another look.
Whoa! Finally, the first 3-point spin up for this Virgin Islands team. They need more of those. They need more of those.
Brittany Matthew, the 27-year-old, cracking open that basket.
Good, Kato, work, Kato.
Taking off the lid. Ami here, dishes back out. And it is an offensive charge. Virgin Islands and Molina Williams in the right place at the right time.
And things like this, it's what can change everything that's going on. 1 3-point shot and a great defensive move here. Let's see what Virgin Islands shows in these offensive positions. Substitutions. Brittany Matthew is in. That was amazing.
We talked about the grittiness of this Virgin Islands teams. They know they're undersized. They know they're the underdog. There's not a whole lot of pressure on them. And that allows them to play freely. And they want to be known as one of the best defensive teams in this tournament. Richards over to Matthew.
Kind of nice on a 2-3 zone right now.
Bow gets it up before the buzzer. Canada tips it off.
Yes.
And another offensive charge against Canada.
Naya was trying to oppose, but really she was trying like, it's a back screen, sort of.
She definitely had her hook there.
The referee was too close.
Maybe would have gotten away with that.
But I would have done exactly what she did. She was smart. It just didn't work, you know. The referee was there, but she was trying to clean the space for her teammate.
Get the Windex out?
Yes.
Matthew with 17 seconds left in this quarter. George will turn and go to work. Slips with her pivot foot and is called for traveling.
She had good moves. That was dangerous there. I think the floor is a little wet maybe.
They've got that cleaned up. Lisa Tomaitis, pretty happy with where her team stands right now. Coley, final shot. Will go to the corner to Messiah Russell, and she gets it. Marissa Russell, buzzer beater to end the quarter for Canada.
That's exactly how you want to finish a quarter. That was a great pass. She was right open. They trusting her. They give her the ball. Boom. 3-point shot for her.
And with that 3-ball, Canada now jumps out in front by 20. We have a 2-minute break here for both teams. And
Look at the
of
pass.
course, we've got that second look ready for you.
Beautiful, beautiful shot. And that's Canada's 5th 3-pointer. And the thing is, they have come from different hands. Because you have Shea Coley with 3-pointers, three of 3. Nero Fields 1 of 2, and Koenig 1 of 2. There you see the stats. Good numbers for Canada. Virgin Island needs to get better on those percentages. But what I like, I really, you see 27-7 the Spina, but, I cannot ignore the fact that this Virgin Island is playing, they're not afraid. They're not afraid. They're playing hard. They know this Canadian team, it's a very good team, but they are playing defense. They are doing, everything on the boards. They are running. They are trying. They are not giving up. They are playing really hard. They are trying to compete.
Canada, we talked about it, this team hasn't played together in 16 months. So a lot of practices since May 20th when they were able to regroup and finally be together. But they're looking to knock the dust off, and so far, they are doing everything that Coach Tomaitis wanted them to do. And she told me the key was she wants her team to make sure they find high-quality open shots, and we're seeing that throughout the whole first quarter.
Yeah, that's one of their main characteristics. This is a responsible team. They know everybody's so talented that, in every position they have points in their hands. It's kind of like, it's easy for them. They look effortless doing the offense. Whoever is open, it's the one that is going to take the shot, and that's what we've seen so far. This Canadian women's basketball talent has been gaining more attention, especially with young players like Aliyah Edwards and Shaina Pelington, making waves in the Final Four in the NCAA. They're still missing Bridget Carlton, Natalie Anshowa, Kia Nurse. We can expect them to join this team to the Olympics. After this tournament, they will return to Tampa to continue training for the Tokyo Games. There's no break for them. Once they are done in Puerto Rico, they will be flying to Tampa and they will continue their preparation for Japan.
A long 2 months ahead, but Canada, who's been to the Olympics now 3 straight games, they want to compete. They want that gold medal. Team USA has been so dominant for the last 6 Olympics, so it's going to be hard to penetrate that, but, this is the first start, right, the steps. And this ball simply just last touched by Sammy Hill. So a turnover to open up the second quarter for Canada.
It was a good backdoor. Just the angle of the pass wasn't that good, but it was a good try.
Roberts goes and will settle things down. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Squaring up his day. And these brims still do not like this Virgin Islands team. Colley squared up. Won't go. Akunwe gets credit there for creating this second possession. Russell's shot is altered there as the shot clock expires.
Virgin Island, on that position, they were spotless on their defense, especially Lanise on that hands up.
And the extra nudge on the way down from Canada.
Go, Nat. Good, Monty. Move, keep it clear out.
Amani Tate, the 25-year-old that runs the offense for the Virgin Islands. Pull-up jumper is short for Richards. And cutting through traffic is Canada. Big shot on the outside, won't go down. And we're on the run again. Intercepted. Russell gives it back to the team in red.
That's Virgin Islands' 4th turnover. No, and holding a Canadian team in 27 points and not giving them second chances in the offensive rebound. It talks about how good Virgin Island is doing on defense. They just need to be a little, way better in their offense. Of course, we got to give credit to the Canadian defense. That's been amazing too.
And a traveling call against Natalie Day, the 30-year-old forward. And Natalie Day, we have to shed light on this. She gave birth 4 months ago. A testament to her drive to represent her country, Natalia. She's here, her little one is here, her husband is here. She's still nursing. So you were working in basketball, 2-a-day practices.
4 months, and she's not here to come, off the bench or anything. See that play? The gym doing her thing. Talking about Natalie. Natalie's here to be one of the main weapons for this team. It's not the same. Like, you give birth, yes, you can join the team and you're going to come off the bench and do your thing. No. Yesterday she played 29 minutes. 29 minutes. She was 12 points and 10 rebounds, and she had 2 for 4 for the three-point line and 42% from the field goal.
She's critical to the success here of the Virgin Islands.
Good pass.
And she finishes off that with a runner.
And those are her first 2 points in the game.
Ooh, Elaine Conway with the push-off. Her team's 3rd foul this quarter. And it's her 3rd. So that alters things a little bit. Molina Williams, defense. It's perfect today. How much is it Molina Williams setting up a Conway to?
It's not easy.
To frustrate her.
It's not easy. She was trying to, she's trying to dribble to the baseline. She's moving. She's a little shorter than her, but she's athletic and she can move with her. She's using her strength. She's very strong too. So Naya, it's not an easy job for Naya. She can move her that easy. It's making her work, and you can see 3 personal fouls. Canada is shooting 37% from the field. Virgin Island only 11% from the field. The three-point line is 62% from Canada, 20%. And look at the fast break points. Canada only 3, which is good. And the Virgin Islands don't have any fast break points. Imagine if you cannot have points on the half-court offense, it's been very difficult for them, and you also don't have points in your fast break, it will eventually show on the scoreboard. At what point do you think Coach Bunguba tells her team just to keep attacking the rim to get to that free throw line? I think they are attacking the rim, but the thing is, Canada knows how, they know the game. They almost don't make any mistakes. They move with the player, hands up. They have size. They don't give them second chances. This is a smart team. Professional players. They are all professional players.
5. Slip it, Monty. Okay, you good. See it. You good, Lenny. You good. Good. There you go.
Day squares up. That one's short. She is in the mix to grab her own board. Koenig, though, moves things along for the Canadian team. Alexander has a good look, tracks down her own rebound, and a putback. Kayla Alexander.
Good.
And this foul is going to go against Naira Fields, the 27-year-old.
Alexander, she followed her shot, get the offensive rebound. Lanis couldn't do much there. She's way too tall.
Stop for Virgin Island, enter number 12, Anissa George.
Ball gets into George, she's back. We saw her slip up a little bit in the middle of the paint.
9, 8, 7. Stay down, stay down. 2, 3.
Matthew trying to take baseline. Day will not get the shot up in time. So Shaina Pelington comes back on the court. We'll give a breather to Naira Fields. And when Pelington was out here, it's just a different pace.
Yes, yes, she plays fast. And Coach Thomaitis keep, you know, substituting their players just to see what works in the court today, looking for the right chemistry. Woo.
And Jamie Scott creating her own here, right off the bench. Another three-pointer, make it 6 for the Canadian.
Jamie Scott, she played for Oregon State. Now she's playing in France. She was a teammate with Ali Gibson from Puerto Rico. They played college together.
And traveling foul. What happens when you were a smaller player, Natalia? How do you begin to level the playing field? How does that work?
It's just really hard. You just gotta, you know, hustle on defense, and you cannot think that you're smaller, or, you know, you just have to do what you always do.
Nice bat away from George. Because her team in good position to score some points. On the corner, no good for Matthew. She's had some good looks there. Pelington making sure her steps are counted. Pelington with another 2. She's got 8.
Making herself, you know, feel like right after she gets into the court.
And then taken away, Kayla Alexander reading that pass.
Good pass.
Just like clockwork, Pelington again. She's now in double digits.
Yeah, 10 points for her. 1 assist, 1 rebound.
And the Virgin Islands take a timeout here as they find themselves trailing by 27.
Canada will be playing tomorrow Brazil on Monday. They will be playing El Salvador, and on Tuesday they will play in Colombia. Last AmeriCup, they won silver. They beat Mexico 109-53. They beat Cuba 87-51. Points in the paint, 10 for Canada, 4 for Virgin Islands. They also beat Puerto Rico 78-50. They beat Dominican Republic 78-50. Beat Brazil 66-58. Points from the bench. We'll see a long rotation, 17-3. That's exactly what happened to Virgin Islands yesterday. They didn't have, you know, that many points coming off the bench. It's a long rotation, but it doesn't matter. Everybody can score. You know, the weight is on the 5 starters. And going back to the last AmeriCup, the only game that Canada lost was against the USA, 46-67. And as I said, Alexander, she was just beautiful. You know, she was wonderful in that tournament. She did not play last game.
Canada's going to see a very different United States team this year. As we know, no professionals made this trip. It's a very youthful group.
It will be a challenge for the USA. It will definitely be a challenge. Most of the girls in the USA team have been on the national program, but with the U16, U17, U18, but it's not the same. The senior level is a whole different level. You're playing with women, no, with youngsters, and you know, it will be a great experience for them. Still, they are the team to beat because they are the best of the best from the college basketball, and we're going to talk about this later on. But their staff is just a dream team.
Day trying to create. George, give and go.
Get back.
They're doing everything right. It's a little heartbreaking just to see those finishing touches.
She probably, in the case of George, that pick and roll works perfectly. Let's say she'll do this, and then she'll be, you know, playing against maybe that's somebody that's maybe 5'9", 5'10". She'll probably make that. But it's not the same to shoot over a 6'2", 6'3" player. It change your shot, change your view.
Day has 5 seconds to work with. Jones goes baseline.
Nice.
Will find her spot on the free throw line. Just the second trip for this Virgin Islands team to the free throw line.
There's the replay. Yes, there was a lot of contact there. A lot of contact. Little bit of space. She decided to attack to the baseline. Taylor Jones, yesterday she didn't play that much. She played 8 minutes, 2 points, 2 rebounds. She was a very important figure for this team on the central basket. Now she's having her first AmeriCup here in San Juan, Puerto Rico. Only 23 years old.
Exhaling. She goes 1 for 2. 75% from the free throw line for the U.S. Virgin Islands today.
And they are
Entered number
playing
4.
woman to woman full court. Well,
Energy, here we go.
it's a press, 2-1. No, it's 1-on-1, full court.
An aggressive approach to try and make up some space. Scott left open, and she's money.
That's her second 3 of the game. Jamie Scott, she was drafted 17 overall by the Suns in the WNBA in 2016. She's been with this team for a while now.
Now you got 10 line. Here we go.
So you have experience in Austria, Spain, Russia. Ooh!
And the
Not in, well, it's not, this is not her house, but not in my game. Not in this game.
Jamie Scott heard her ears ringing, Natalia, while you were praising all of her basketball accolades. She goes, I'm going to show you how to shoot, and then I'm going to show you you can't shoot during this game.
Here we go, here we go.
Big board by Edwards. Oh, Pelington, just a little miscue there. Got ahead of herself.
That's Canada's 10 turnover, and I'm sure this is something Coach Thomaitis will talk to them probably during halftime. Happens in the first game. You're always a little nervous, you know. It's a different kind of competition, but knowing her and knowing this Canadian team, she's not gonna be happy about that. Even if the score is 41-10.
Tangled up is the Virgin Islands, and they'll turn it over.
Here we go.
Starting to see that the spacing is collapsing. Are you seeing that too, Natalia?
From the Virgin Islands, you said?
Yes.
Yes.
Heads.
Intentional, of course, by Canada. Hunting to Scott, steps right up and lets it lift.
Get it, get it, get it.
Pelington will give them another 14 seconds to play with and drives to the lane, picks up the block.
There was not much space there.
Bruce. Number 4, Molina Williams. Sub for Virgin Islands, entered number 8.
Canada is shooting 75% from the three-point line, 6 of 8. And Pelington is responsible for 4 of those. She's 4 of 5. 80% from the free throw so far today.
Make it 11 points for Pelington. 2 for 2 this trip. Tell me this, Natalia, with your experience in the past, I guess who from this Canadian team is likely not to make it to the limits? Who is your core here that we're seeing?
It's so hard because at the end of the day, it depends on who's healthy and who's not. I do know who's going to be added to this team, you know, Natalie Anshoa, Kia Nurse, Bridget Carlton, Kim Gauscher. You were talking about the captain, Kim Gauscher. She just gave birth to a baby girl. She should be in this team as well, but I don't know. I think Sammy Hill should be there. Aliyah Williams should be there. Miranda Ajim, you said this was going to be, she announced her retirement, and I was sad when I heard that. Kyla Alexander. They just have so much talent.
See it, see it, see it.
It's a sweet problem.
Hill with 6 seconds. Tripped up and on the ground. Day with the rock, pushed out in front. Matthew couldn't manage.
Good decision.
Reinforcement comes in for the Virgin Islands, and in and out for Bao.
Good shot.
Good
Good,
pass.
Maddie,
Good
good.
pass.
Better
Tate read
defense.
that, yep.
Tate was seeing everything. Good hustle there.
One more, come here, one more.
For Virginia, enter number 12, Anisha George, and number 13, Naya Nagomba.
Some substitutions here in the final 90 seconds
Stop, D.
of the first half. Again, you're watching the FIBA Women's AmeriCup, top 10 teams in the Americas and Caribbean nations competing for 4 qualifying bids to the
backside,
FIBA
Britt.
World Cup.
In the case of Central America, they had the Central Basket Tournament in order to... Where are you going?
George with the left. Streaking with the same hand. Matthew gets it this time. 6 points for Matthew. Both 3-pointers here today.
No, she's the hot one. You gotta keep, giving her the ball, looking for her.
Help these.
Ami here, Leticia tries to get something going on the left side, excuse me, with her attack. Just 19 years old. Oh, and she plays for South Carolina.
South Carolina.
So her coach is here, of course, coaching Team USA.
I think almost the whole South Carolina team is here, either playing for the USA, playing for Canada. We saw this girl yesterday playing for Colombia not for Brazil. I'm sorry. The girl from
Definitely
Brazil.
about half the roster is
It's
here
here.
competing.
Imagine that.
I can imagine all the time that head coach Don Staley is trying to split, though, while supporting her, her South Carolina team, coaching
Yeah.
the USA team.
I'm texting them from the room. You did good. You need to get better on this. But it's good for her too, because she's seen them in a whole different scenario.
George's pass is intercepted. On the floor there was Edwards. As you mentioned earlier, Edwards plays for UConn, so a lot of big-time programs from the U.S. on display here in the FIBA AmeriCups. And I love her hair. Oh.
Yeah, I remember when while playing the NCAA, she have those. She added some purple braids, and it was because of the Kobe Bryant situation.
Yes,
so
to
sweet.
honor.
So sweet.
Yep, him and Gigi, which rocked the basketball world last February, early March. Fighting for that rebound was Leticia Ami here.
I would love to see that replay. You see how high she jumped? Wow, she's very athletic.
This year for South Carolina, Ami here averaged 6.8 points, 5.5 rebounds, obviously made the Final Four appearance. And she earned a roster spot here with Canada after her performance in the qualifier.
And let me tell you something about Leticia. She became the first Canadian woman to dunk in a game at age 15. At age 15, yes.
No wonder she's got the ups. We want to see a dunk. You think we'll see one this tournament?
I hope we do. Come on, Leticia. We want to see you, girl.
That is incredible. At 15 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you've got talent. You've got talent. Final 20 here in the first half of play. Matthew with the hot hand, defended closely by Connigs. Tipped away and running the other way is Edwards.
Good hands.
Thirsty for that steal. And that's the only way at UConn. I mean, the pedigree.
First, personal foul number 8, Brittany Matthew.
This year Alaya will be a sophomore. In 2021, she was called Big East Sixth Woman of the Year. Also 2021 Big East All Freshman Team. She's been member of this national team since 2017. Has played 36 games, including 14 games with the senior team. I remember last AmeriCup, she was still in high school. Last AmeriCup, she was still in high school, and we didn't know.
And a teenager, I couldn't even drive.
Yeah, and we didn't even know to which school she was going to. And the day and the year after that, then we found out that she was going to UConn.
Final shot of the game gets flung up. The final of this first 2 quarters, Canada 48 and Virgin Islands 13. A lot of work to do, but we've got 20 more minutes left to play in this Group A action. It is halftime.
There you see the stats, 44%, 54%, 81%. Hannah, that's been on the free throw line 16 times, have been able to shot 16 free throw. That's good. That's very good. Rebound to 27 to 16, 10 assists. 3 only for Virgin Islands, steals 4 to 4. Pelington doing her thing. Coley, 9. Point guard, 6. Most of the offense from Canada have come from the guards. Virgin Island have come for, 2 different styles. In the case of Virgin Island, most of the points have come from the post players.
And it's interesting that the system that we're observing here with Canada and these best plays, the bigs are taking care of the boards, right? And then feeding their guards and setting up the offense. It works beautifully.
Yeah. In the case of Fields, doing a little bit of everything. She was the first one scoring in the game, moving the ball, being the leader. And Shea Coley doing her thing. Jamie Scott. Coley again. Another 3-point. Pelington. She just has the perfect form while shooting. Good pass. Patience there. Attacking the gap. 2 for her.
The 22-year-old from Arizona putting on a clinic. On the other end, Virgin Islands, they're getting some life here from Amani Tate. Just looking for other resources at the moment. Big shot by Fields. Excuse me, Edwards. Give and go, a steal, and looking who's ready, spotting up is Brittany Matthew. Their only hot hand right now.
Yeah, they need to look more for her, and I'm sure that's something they will be talking at the locker room during halftime. We need to create something for her, to get her open. Because eventually you're gonna get tired if you try to attack this Canadian team. Sometimes you want to have those easy shots from the perimeter too. Not everything needs to, happen with contact. It's hard.
The biggest lead for Canada has been by 35. That is where things stand right now at half. Only one lead change. Canada continuing to showcase its versatility. And it's offense by committee. Mm-hmm. Everybody on the floor is contributing.
Everybody is involved. They have 13 points from turnovers. They have 12 points in the paint, 26 points from the bench, and 9 points from their offensive rebounds. It's just really hard, to beat a team that does almost everything good.
Molina Williams. Shot gets off. It does with the hand in her face. A good bucket to roll out for the Virgin Islands as they trail right now.
Dynamite Salomon. She will celebrate everything that happens in the court. Her first 2 points.
Final shot of the game goes up and in for Tassa Karkavali.
It was a good drive. Change of speed.
Chance left 2.7 seconds. Ball is in. Casado lets it fly from half court. Oh,
Nah.
does it go? Ah, she got it! Myra Casado with the buzzer shot from half court.
I think we've seen the play of the day already, and we haven't watched the rest of the games. That was amazing.
That was so fun to be a part, to see Colombia and Casado hit that buzzer beater yesterday. A lot of action being played here in Puerto Rico, a part of the 2021 Women's AmeriCup top 10 teams in the Americas. And of course in the Caribbean islands. And we're getting a look at the top scorer here for the Virgin Islands, the woman that's doing the heavy lifting from the outside, Brittany Matthew. She is leading the way for this team, and really the only one that's been able to find some success. So they're going to need some assistance here in the second half to chip away at this hefty lead that the Canadian team has. And for the Virgin Islands, they came in today's contest focusing on a few things. They wanted to work their butts off and slow down Canada in the half court. They know that they were going to be up against a well-balanced scoring machine, and they wanted to focus on getting back on transition D. Canada, they've had a lot of options. Shaina Pelington, the #1 go-to so far. She's only spent 9 minutes, 48 seconds on the court, but produced 12 points, 2 assists. Her plus-minus ratio is 23 in the positive. Incredible.
And we have to remember, she's been training with the University of Arizona. That's, you know, the shape she's in. It's a very hard player to defense. Why? Because she dominates everything. The mid-range, she can finish, as you are seeing right now, and she have the long range too. You know, she's a constant menace in the offensive end. She's a very complete player, and I cannot wait to see what she will be doing with this Canadian team in the future, because she's young too. She's really young.
22 years old. Again, I have to think back to what maybe we were doing. I know you were still with the national team here in Puerto Rico. I mean, bring me back. Yeah, you got to share some memories of competing with the team. You have so much knowledge. I know you're still close. What was that like representing Puerto Rico? And now you're hosting the AmeriCup.
Yeah, it's amazing. And, you know, I've been able to see how women basketball have grown. I think that's what's most important to me. How now everything, you know, FIBA has always been amazing, but right now with all of this media and stuff, how they are gonna, you know, letting the world know about these amazing players, how they are given the same treatment to the men's, you know, to the women, showing games on TV, showing, you know, having commentators and narrators during the game, you know, and these girls deserve it. Before it was different, it was nice and everything, but I'm so glad they have grown so much, and the girls are being treated the way they deserve to do, because these are amazing human beings, amazing players, and they are professionals after all, and they do deserve to be treated that way.
And as a refresher, you are watching the FIBA AmeriCup group phase. We are in Group A. Despina Barton here alongside Natalia Melendez, the former Puerto Rican national player and star. I call her Miss Puerto Rico here because she is so beloved in this gym. Everybody comes in and out, wants to catch up.
You know, basketball is a family. It's family. Even FIBA, it's family. You know, it's wonderful because you get to know people from all over the world. We haven't seen each other in so long. You know, this is the environment that I feel the most comfortable. and from the people that gives water to the people that works at the table doing the scoring, the referees, everybody involved. It is like family, and I'm just really happy to be here and to see everybody doing what they love the most. And we were just missing basketball so much, and to be able to have this AmeriCup here in Puerto Rico, it's good. Being so close to the Tokyo Olympics, I think it's even good. It's because it kind of like the appetizer for the Olympics.
It is just that, an appetizer. And Natalia, we're going to take a short break here at the halftime, and we will be right back with you a couple minutes before the start of the third. Stick right here. More to come from the Virgin Islands and Canada when we return from Puerto Rico. Welcome back inside Virgin Islands and Canada, warming back up. We have about 90 seconds left before we open up the third quarter. We're inside the Cathedral of Basketball, as Natalia calls it, here the Roberto Clemente Coliseum in San Juan. Despina Barton here alongside the former Puerto Rico national player. Natalia Melendez. And your biggest takeaways from that first half, Natalia, tell me what stands out.
Canada is doing what they know, what they do the best. Do everything as a team. Do everything as a team. Long rotations. Everybody's doing very good in the offensive ends. They're sharing the ball. Pelington is doing an amazing job changing the pace of the games. Big players have not been able to establish their offensive in the post, but they are rebounding and they are doing a great defensive work in the other side. In the other hand, the Virgin Island team, I think they have done an amazing job with the big players from the Canada team. Their problems, again, just like last game, is their offense. They cannot find a rhythm. Of course, their post players are really strong, really smart. They can move. They have really good post move, but they are playing against bigger and taller players. What this means, the Canadian team is going to double them. So the players that are in the perimeter needs to be more effective with this long-range shot, and to help them with the points. And that's basically what I saw in this first half.
I'm going to revisit some of the storylines here. Canada, this team hasn't been together in 16 months, so this is going to be a precursor and warm-up for the Olympics. And the Virgin Islands, they walk in as the underdogs. They're undersized. They know they're scrappy. That's their identity. They thrive in that arena. And these teams are ultimately competing for 4 spots in a pre-qual for the 2022 FIBA AmeriCup in Australia.
Virgin Island is free tomorrow. They don't play tomorrow. On Monday, they will be facing Brazil, and then on Tuesday, they will be facing El Salvador.
Tate to bow. Feed goes into George. She looks up and finds the bottom of the basket. That's got to feel good.
1-on-1 against the gym is not easy. Great basket.
On the other end, Ajim reminds her that she can shoot too on the outside. An early matchup between the two. Kali, by the way, leading from three-point land for Canada. The starting lineup is back out on the floor. The starting 5, excuse me. Scott pushes. Backdoor cutter, and the ball goes right out the hands of Field.
Field was off balance. It was a good pass. It was good intentions there from Rayu.
Again, back-to-back feeds to George. That one knocked away.
And Canada knows that's what's going to happen, and they will double her every time. Every time. Coley, double her. Trying to help a Jim there.
And there must have been something that the Virgin Islands saw about that matchup that they wanted to expose. Seconds, she gets it off. The finish from Williams.
And these have been a better start for them offensively. I think the best start from the whole tournament. The best start for a quarter in the whole tournament for Virgin Islands.
And you can tell they're taking their time a little bit more in the half court. Kali lines up, lets her rip. A little bit more patience on display.
They keep insisting in the post.
And that extra touch there, that extra effort by Anisha George keeps the ball in the possession.
And in the last 2 plays, they are using Natalie in the post. She's usually fronting the basket. Now she's in the post.
Get him, Mo. Get him. Get back, Monty. Get back. Get back, Nish.
Captain picks up her dribble, finds Scott. And another big board. for George.
5-5.
Kind of doing it all on offense and defense right now for the Virgin Islands. Tate on the cut.
Ooh.
And she's going to get dinged for that
Oh,
foul.
no.
Slow to get up. You'll get another look here as Imani Tate goes after that loose ball.
Second, there's an opponent number 13, Kali.
The foul going against Canada and Shea Kali.
She's going to the bench for a well-deserved break and to check on that knee. Knees are not to play with. She needs to check herself.
I've always wondered this as a player. There's so much adrenaline going through you. How do you know when is too much, when you need to?
It just the pain will tell you. The pain will tell you.
5, 4.
Matthew looking for something. Gets it off in time, rolls out. Baseline attack there from Rinkak Ikunwe.
She received the ball there. She see the defense, it's out of balance, and she decided to attack the baseline.
Underneath, here we go.
A pair of free throws coming up.
Huddle.
Rinkak Ikunwe had 0 points in the first half.
2
A rebound.
So for Canada, there's number 1, Shaina Pelington.
This is Naja's third AmeriCup. She had some time at the WNBA with the New York Liberty.
Get the Naja. Good. Here we go, Naj. Britt, stay up, Britt. Keep going, Britt, stay. Good offensive, good.
And an offensive foul is caught by the officials inside the gray box.
Ready to help.
First, there's an opponent number 9, Miranda Ati.
Another look. Looks like it was a little off screen though there against Ajim. So here we are. We're looking at Brittany Matthew just handing it off to Bow. Remember, Matthew gave us a few good looks from outside. Punched away. Jamie Scott. Good hands.
Yeah, she's a good defender. She's very quick, very agile.
Day squares up on the free throw line. Off. Ball Canada.
And number 7, Imani Tate.
Tate is back.
They can't go long without her.
No.
Fields goes baseline, successful. That air time. I just always amazed at the way they can square up just about anywhere. Tate creating her own shot. Pelington calls out the play. Takes it for herself, but not before being stripped. This has got to be one of the first set plays, right?
She can take anybody she wants to the basket. She doesn't want to be. She just doesn't want to be selfish. Because that first move of Pelington, it's unstoppable. Unstoppable.
What is it about that first move that it's hard for defenders to stay with?
It's just way too fast, and you know, you have to depend on somebody to help you. When you have a player like that, not too many people can stop her from attacking. You just need to, you know, push her to one side of the court and knowing that somebody's going to help you with that. change of speed.
And a whistle here called on Miranda Ajim, the captain, her second personal foul. So that was, again, away from the ball, away from the action. So that's why you're watching now the Virgin Islands take over possession.
Stay!
Imani Tate picks up her dribble, looking for a lifeline. It's battered away by Alexander. Scott, back out to Fields. That would have gone down in the first half, but not as hot here from three.
You know what I would tell you. You can see the score and you say, okay, 52-17. But I'm really surprised with this Virgin Island team. Why? They have not been given Canada too many second chances on the offensive rebound, and that's something you gotta say about this team. They've been doing that really well, and it will translate to the tournaments they play in the Caribbean.
The experience playing here with this field, what does that do for you as a program?
No, it kind of give you where you need to get better, but it also show you the things that you're doing right. And this is a team that plays really hard on the boards, that, you know, they are all in the rebounds, even the guards. And as I said, you go step by step, and what they're doing here, it will show when they play another central basket. You know, you have to count this team, because right now, from my experience, from what I know of the teams from the area, is that they will be dominating the boards in those tournaments.
And the way Coach Taj Gangba has been teaching and coaching this team, they're doing the right things. The habits are being created, as another one is sunk there by Fields. And just the execution.
Be more consistent in the offense, have maybe better shooters in the perimeter, because the post players, they're good. They're really good.
7.
And come on, they have Natalie Day. We just need her, you know, we got to give her a little, you know, a few more months.
I know, she just had a baby 4 months ago.
And she'll be back 100%. I cannot be unfair to her.
No, and even when I was talking to Coach Gangba, we need to praise the women, all the women that are competing here and taking on those multiple roles and being moms and being professionals. And a lot of these women work other jobs. Being a part of the national team, you know, necessarily won't pay all of your bills as a, you know, where you reside. So
yeah, you don't have a leave maternity. She needed to get back in shape. She needed to be back in the gym, because she plays professional.
I just can imagine the amount of work and hours and time that went into getting back in shape. I'm not a mother, but I know, Natalia, you are. So
it's so hard. It's so hard after giving birth. I know maybe she's listening to us, what Kim Gauscher is going through right now. I read that she was just breastfeeding. Kim Gauscher is the captain for the Canadian team. She's a spectacular player. She's the heart and soul of this team. And you know, she was talking about how hard it would be for her to choose in between, you know, the Olympics and the Canadian team. She's working with her decisions, but, you know, it's hard. It's hard.
Makes it a whole lot easier when you have players like Khaned just being able to drill three-pointers. I think having the feeling that you don't have to carry a team, which Canada, you don't have one person, a LeBron James, right?
No. No, you just have to play hard. Coach just asked them to play hard, to be smart, to be a team player, to have a good attitude.
George back on the floor, doing what she does best. And, you know, we haven't given Anisha George enough love here. The 23-year-old center, she led Central Basket Tournament in scoring and rebounds. 20 points, 13.3 rebounds, a double-double every game. And she's given us everything she's got.
And yesterday she had a lot of minutes. She played 27 minutes. She scored 18 points, 5 rebounds. And every basket that she made is with contact. It's not the same when you are a perimeter player and you have your threes or you have your mid-range. No. every shot that she takes is always contested. So it's with contact. So it's way harder what she do and play against players like, like this team. Ajim, Alexander is not that easy, and I think she's doing terrific today. Ooh. Just good.
All good.
Just good. Superwoman.
That was Elia Edwards. Couldn't stop herself before running into one of the boards we have here along the baseline. But she's okay. Everybody's good. Basketball resuming. George again.
Contact after contact after contact. Everything is close to the basket. Something she will be, because she's young. She's 23 years old. There you see she's moving constantly. Not only receiving the ball in the post, she's moving. She's picking and rolling. She's she's moving. She's not just standing there. Something she probably have to be working, to better her career right now. It's to manage that mid-range shot, maybe long-range shot. So her offense will be more fluid sometimes. So not everything needs to be on the post and with contact. And I'm telling you, if she gets to do that, she can play in many leagues around the world.
Natalie Day with 5 points in this contest. And this U.S. Virgin Islands team came in ranked 49th in those FIBA World Rankings. Canada, number 4. So to be competing against one of the top teams in the world right now and finding those things to praise is good, is promising.
High-low. Nice. I love this high-low game always between two big players, when they can read each other, when they feed each other in the offense.
Which is wild to me, because I know you were a point guard, but you get so excited for the post plays, and you call this the post captain, or you have a term.
The point center.
Point center.
Or forward centers. They are, post players or centers, and they think as point guard, and it's something that is happening, everywhere. EuroLeague, NBA, FIBA, it's happening in college, it's happening everywhere. That big player that can start the fast break, that can pass the ball. I remember a few years ago, the centers and the forwards used to just rebound, post moves. Now they do everything. Boom, Richard, I'm here.
Akima Richards with the last 2 plays for the Virgin Islands. Yeah, high fives all around. She's got 5, and that's promising to see those types of plays be made.
That's her first 3 of the game.
As Canada called a timeout, regrouping. The lead shrunk here, 59-25. So it's 34-point differential. And you look at the shooting percentages.
No, it's too bad.
Yeah.
And actually, they have more shots than 44 to 41. They have more shots intentions. Tries than attempts. I'm sorry. They have more attempts than the Canadian team. So they are on their same, on a good pace. It's just the percentage. Even, I know it might sound, tiring to hear this, but I think out of this game, Virgin Islands have a lot of good things to take from what's happening here.
And this is just day 2 of the FIBA Women's AmeriCup. We're in group play, Group A, on the floor right now. Yes, it was U.S. Virgin Islands that made their first appearance yesterday against Colombia. The final score there was 72-60 Colombia. And so Canada graced us with their presence here in day 2. They held out the first 2 teams of the 2019. So USA won the AmeriCup in 2019. They had a bye day 1, as did Canada. So this is our first glimpse at the team from the north. Powering up and through is Ami here.
With Williams and George around. Using her long arms. Lanice is defending her. She has 3 blues around her. She's not only athletic, she's very strong.
And this is one of those South Carolina players we talked about, just 19 years old. Averaged close to 7 points and 5.5 rebounds there in their Final Four run just a couple of months ago. Bow gets picked off in the way. We're running with Edwards. Coast to coast.
And that's her second steal of the game. One thing about Alaya, she can dribble. She'll steal the ball and she'll finish with the layup.
Final 24 in this third quarter. A little bit of congestion there. Ooh, taking it to the lane, and she knew she picked it up with Molina Williams with the foul.
A little too much. Let's see the replay. Alaya using her legs. Sliding.
And a quick change up here on defense. We have the coach's daughter, Naja Gongba, checking in, wearing number 13, an 18-year-old for the Virgin Islands.
Good pass.
Left open was Colley. She decided to create her own, and that's how the third quarter ends. No shot and no extra points for Canada. They still lead 64-25.
First quarter, 27-7, Canada. Second quarter, 21-6, Canada. But this third one is finished 16-12. It was better. I think it's the best quarter I've seen Virgin Island playing so far. There you see the numbers, 57%, 38 from the three-point line, 17 in free throws. It's good for Canada. In case of Virgin Island, they are shooting 16% from the field, 21% for the three-point line, 75% for the free throw line.
And he talked about them putting together their best quarter yet. It came from a few different people. That was Williams. And you know Canada's not backing down, so Fields is going to show you all the different options they've got too. Because this isn't, we talked about this, you can't not play your game, no matter who the opponent is. Why?
No, you need to concentrate on what you do the best. Because you're not going to be 5'4", and then because I play Canada, I'll be 6'2" the next day. You know, I have to concentrate on what I do the best, and that's always what I think teams should do. Of course, you have to make some adjustments. Like if you cannot go one-on-one because they're too tall, you go to a zone, you know, things like that. You press, you go, if they go too high, you go too slow, or vice versa. But you just got to concentrate on the things that you know you do the best.
And for Canada, I know we talked about this, they haven't played together in 16 months. I mean, what are your first impressions here?
You know, I see a Canada team that it's very powerful. I still, you know, from the last two AmeriCups, what surprised me here is that they are facing a team like Virgin Island, and they have not been able to establish the post game, which is something they always, AmeriCup after AmeriCup, you know, that's their option number one constantly. And this Virgin Island, it's giving them a hard time down the post, you know, talking about the half-court offense. Maybe they will work on that. Of course, they are missing some key players. But for the rest, their defense is spotless. I like what I'm seeing from Pelington. I like what I'm seeing from Molina Williams.
And for the keys again for Canada, they just wanted to find those high-quality open shots and play together, create some continuity and chemistry because of all that time away. Good hands by Richards. Oh. Beating herself up after losing that opportunity.
And another thing that really surprised me, Despina, about this Canadian team, there's the replay, is that Canada has 17 turnovers. 17 turnovers.
Spot shooter Scott's off, but it's tracked down by Ami here. And then a foul coming from Day.
Sir, personal call number 11.
Yeah, very interesting about the post play because when you talk about the Virgin Islands and when I spoke to Coach Gongba earlier today, she said her #1 key was to work their butts off in the half court to defend Canada and make them work. So I would say they checked the box there. And then on the flip side, those three-pointers are going to flow.
Jamie Scott, that's her first three-pointer of the game. She's 3 of 6. She is shooting 50% from the three-point line.
8 points for Scott.
And on that first pass, Canada is on the passing lane. Virgin Island needs to be a little bit more careful there because Canada knows that pass is coming. They are on a through 2-3 zone right now. Yes.
9, count. 6.
Kick ball.
You got 14 the shot clock.
Edwards. I just can't get over 18 years old. And you said you saw her playing here as a teenager.
Last AmeriCup when she was in high school, and you know what? She was as good. I mean, I can see her. She's stronger, more confidence, of course. But I was so impressed by her. We were all so impressed by her last AmeriCup. She did not play that much, but the minutes that she had, she did her thing.
She was 16 years old last time she was here.
I always think that players are never the same once they play in the NCAA with these amazing coaches. They grow so much in so many aspects, not only in the technical, tactical issues, but in the theory of the game, how to read the game. And she's under Gino Arima, tutoring, and that's her coach.
We're seeing some life from Lanice Bow. Fields hit the 3, then Lanice comes down to even it up on that series. And they're leaving Field very open in the corner. Hill wants 2 for 2.
Nice.
Instead, down low, it'll be Day who knocks a little bit. Excuse me, George, that knocks Edwards a bit.
And George was right there. She was right there. But her hands, look at that. She's tall. She's tall and active. She was not happy about that contact. I wouldn't be either. It's not easy to be a forward. It's not easy.
Very physical game.
It is, and FIBA, it's very physical. FIBA, it's very physical.
Got to carve out your own spot, huh? First shot is good.
She's perfect from the free throw line. 6 of 6.
And 6 of her 8 points are coming from there.
Yesterday we were saying that. We were talking about that and how important it was to, for forwards and centers to make those free throws.
And then get the rebounds. Edwards doing the dirty work. Spotting up again with Scott, and she got it.
Sammy, dear. She did it once again. That's her 3rd. Fields, you got to give credit to Fields. She knows her girl is right there waiting for that pass, ready to shoot.
The relief.
And they have 10 three-pointers of 25 or 40%. Yesterday we saw Brazil team very high on their three-point line percentage. We saw Puerto Rico very high on their percentage. And then today we're seeing this Canadian team that can shoot for the three-point line.
Second personal call to Canada, 24.
Matthew with the face. And a kick ball. So we'll stay under this basket for the Virgin Islands.
It's a hard zone to attack because you have Laya on one side, Rosalind the other one. They went back to one-on-one. Beautiful.
With the left, showing us something new every day. Anisha George, the 23-year-old who led the way at the Central Basket Tournament. Russell back out to their sharpshooter. And Scott is just having a field day.
And now, you know, right now, if I were a Virgin Island, I would just stay really close to her, regardless of what's happening around me. She's hot. She's hot, and the ball is going to go to her because Canada will look for her.
Yep, and she's streaking 3 threes in this quarter. That time, no assistance needed as Naira Fields finished the play. Naira with 14 points. The same amount as Scott. A few here in double digits for Team Canada.
Canada have tried many different defenses. They've been one-on-one, they've been half-court pressure, full court. Now they are on a 2-3 zone. We use these kind of games just to experiment with, you know, everything that you do in practice.
And a foul from Fields as she tried to make the interception.
Just trying to front Tate. As she hold her.
14 seconds on the shot clock. As these two teams navigate through the group phase, Natalia, how do you see the Virgin Islands kind of making up for these first 2 losses? Is there room for them to come out of that group play?
I know, you know, I'm very sure that they know what they are in this tournament for. Whatever happens and whatever wins they can get, it'll be perfect for them. I think they will have a good game against Brazil and against El Salvador. They have a lot of chances to beat them. But so far, I think they've done what they know they can do.
Pick and roll. Williams finds a way in with the underhand roll. You gotta love that. Yeah, so day 1, it was the U.S. Virgin Islands falling to Colombia. Canada had a rest day. And next off for Canada will be Brazil tomorrow. So those seem more like equal powers. What is your take as far as a little preview? Can you give us
Virgin
a preview?
Island and Brazil?
No, I'm talking Canada and Brazil.
Oh, that's going to be very interesting. Canada beat, historically always beat Brazil. But from what we saw yesterday of Brazil, I think it's going to be a very close game. They have post players. You know, Canada is a little bit more Brazil, a little bit more veteran team. But it's going to be beautiful because Brazil is in great shape. Even their oldest players look in great shape. And you will have 2 of the best coaches facing each other.
Some different staff on the floor now for Canada. Koenig feeding down low to Ami here. And they make it look so easy.
They constantly move the ball, attack the gaps, they look for the girl. They have the space to take it responsible and a high percentage shot.
I think what impresses me most is Molina Williams continues to not bat an eye for the Virgin Islands, is that a lot of these women on the court, they have their own moves to the basket. On display here right now, Aaliyah Edwards. It's so evident that while the team is always first, Natalia, the capability.
They can do, how do I say this? They can play to be the star of the team if they want to, because they're so talented. They can take anybody, anytime, any moment, but no. They are very aware of the team concept.
I think it's something very unique about the women's game.
Yeah.
Because we don't, right? I know your husband played professionally, and you were around the game for so very long. Is that a key difference between the two?
Even the USA team that we saw last AmeriCup here, that was filled with the best of the best. Every day somebody else was different, leading the points, leading the rebounds. And we're talking about the top team of the world. Yes, I do agree with you that the women, usually have more as a team concept, but we do have some national men's team that believe in this also. But yes, you can see a more selfish kind of a game sometimes. I know it happens in the Caribbean. I'm talking about this area.
Yes.
Good shot, line. Get it, Nash.
Put back is good for Naija Gungba, the coach's daughter, the youngest woman on the team for the U.S. Virgin Islands. I actually got to talk to Coach Gungba about, coaching your daughter, and it's a unique experience,
Yes.
right? But she just was beaming with pride and told me, when you're coaching your daughter, she's just like anybody else on the court. So in game time, nothing changes. Now, when you're watching film and reviewing, your proud mama might come out a little bit more.
Yes.
And certainly this is an experience that you get to share with your child, which is unlike any other.
Yeah, a little bit of yeah, well, maybe she doesn't feel the pressure, but imagine your mom being in the Hall of Fame of her university, being this star. She played in Mason University, and because she was talented. The coach not only played, she was a star where she played, and it gotta be fun. It gotta be fun to have a mother like that.
And Coach Gungba still holds the record at George Washington for points in a season. 675. That was their 96-97.
You know what? She still looked like she can play. Put a uniform on her, and she still looked like she can play. You can tell she was tough.
Shooting practice. Koenig now gets in on it. And another three for Aslin Koenig.
That's her third. 3 of 8. 37% for her.
Good hands. Oh, Barry got her pockets picked, running the lane. Koenig decides to step out and shoot another in the exact same spot.
And that was right after a great defensive move that she made. She reminds me a lot of Bridget Carlton. Bridget is not here, but it's that kind of, it's like seeing Bridget younger. Bridget is young, but don't get me wrong, but she has some similarities with her. Great defender player, great shooter, very vocal.
Second personal foul, number 10, Lanizi Bulls. Sub for Canada. Enters number.
She's also playing in Belgium. Koenig she's playing professional in Belgium, and women's basketball in Belgium is growing immensely. They were for the first time in the World Cup, and they finished in the 4th place, which was amazing. And this Olympics, Belgium will be there for the first time. And the thing is, you have some teams that will be there for the first time, and they will participate. You're very aware of that. They have no chance of beating these amazing teams. But in the case of Belgium, it's the first time in their Olympics, and they have a chance to make it to the podium.
Russell in the corner, wow. The shooting percentage from 3 just keeps going up for Team Canada.
This is a 3-pointer party, 14 of 30.
Yeah, Coach Tomaitis just talked about, wanting to make sure that these players, are connecting. This is melding a very new group. And besides that play in the post, which they wish, I'm sure, that was more active, a lot to be happy about here today, Natalia?
Every team has its own personality, and I'm comparing here, but sometimes it's not even fair, right, to compete. Because what we see, last AmeriCup, we saw a team that was offensively carrying by the big players, by the forwards. This is a whole different team. As as what we've seen so far, this group of players they're often it's going around their guards, and that's totally fine. And as I said, that's a sweet problem. There's so much talent; they can play in so many different ways, and it's going to be a lot of work for Tomaitis, to decide which 12 she's taking to Tokyo.
Those Tokyo games begin on July 23rd and will last through August 8th.
Good pass.
And gave it back out to Russell. Marissa Russell. I mean, everybody now. This is turning into a bit of a scrimmage, and it's fun for Canada. They're up out of their feet.
It's really fun.
I've always thought the teams that do so well, the girls and everybody champions one another.
24 assists for them.
Get in there, Dodge.
Good way. Virgin Islands stick with it, and they get rewarded with George just cherry picking on the black.
It's a good thing that Virgin Islands have a free day tomorrow because they have played a lot of minutes. A lot of minutes. High-low again. Oh!
And a whistle. We are in the final minute of this Group A AmeriCup game. It's day 2. Despina Barton alongside Natalia Melendez. You're watching the finish of the Virgin Islands and Canada. Next up for the Virgin Islands, like you said, they will be on break tomorrow, Natalia, while this talented Canadian team will face Brazil.
Kyla Alexander, 30 years old, she's playing in Russia. Last AmeriCup, she averaged 15 points and 10 rebounds. She was an all-star. Last AmeriCup, she have experience in the WA with San Antonio, Indiana, Chicago, and Minnesota. A lot of basketball.
And what's unique about Kayla, and you touched on this earlier, Natalia, is that she played all the way through that 2019 AmeriCup and then was injured and could not compete in that championship against Team USA. Pelington picking the ball anywhere she wants. Gets attacked from behind.
It was Kyla who didn't play, and also Maya Langlois. We haven't mentioned Maya Langlois, and Maya was the point guard for this team for a while, but she was having trouble with her knees. Great point guard. Great point guard. She played in the AmeriCup at Argentina, and then she played here, but she was hurt. Here, she wasn't able to give that many minutes. It's a good thing seeing this Pelington coming in Shia Collins and Fields, substituting her, but she was great. Maya Langlois.
And Pelington has done a lot of work there for Coach Tomaitis today. 14 points. And can pick up a couple more here before the final seconds tick off the clock. She gets the 2. 16 for Pelington. Richards, top of the key, no go. Rebound goes back to Virgin Islands. 12 seconds to play with. Richards gets it. A finisher for Akima. She'll finish the day with 7 points for her team. Yes, and Canada dribbles out the final seconds. Their first game in the FIBA AmeriCup tournament here finishes in a landslide. Canada takes care of business from wire to wire, defeating the Virgin Islands 101-41. Natalia, a statement game to open up?
Yes, definitely. I said it at the beginning that Canada needed to show that they were the team to beat. They show how well-rounded they are. All of their offensive weapons in every single position. They play in both ends of the court. There you see the numbers. They were amazing from the three-point line. 15 triples in this game. I'm not surprised. I know what they're capable of, and that's exactly what they show.
They doubled up on rebounds, high assist numbers, so we saw the ball movement at a high level for Canada. And multiple players in double digits. We just saw Pelington.
That perimeter was scary today. The Canadian perimeter was scaring, you know, in a good sense. In a good sense, they were just all over. Quickness, intensity, effectiveness, everything. A little bit of everything. That you see Fields going against taller players. She can finish. She's strong. Great pass again. Off the dribble, Fields.
Get up, Britt.
Sammy Hill.
And Koenig, just so efficient. The problem is there were just too many options. You can call too many numbers. And usually, right, Natalia, there is a weak link. Did we see one today?
Not today, not today. But remember that it all depends against, you know, with the team that you're playing against. And then today was all Virgin Island. I think they look, you know, perfect. And we'll see when, you know, when they face other teams, you know, what they will have to adjust. But as today, they just dominated the whole entire game in every statistic.
Yes, it'll be a different story, I think, tomorrow when we see Canada here in this very young team, that's Edwards, go up against Brazil. But yes, we are just in the group play of the FIBA Women's AmeriCup 2021. Top 4 teams get a qualifier to the FIBA World Cup Championship. So a lot of basketball left to be had. Fields and the crew in Canada just getting warmed up, Natalia. They've got 3 more games in group play before the quarterfinals begin.
They had to go hard today. Why? Because they are facing Brazil tomorrow. And you don't want to have a too relaxed game. You want to go hard. You want to try things, because tomorrow they will be facing a much stronger team that had an amazing game yesterday, and I'm sure they were all watching the game. So that was probably Stamati's message. Guys, we gotta go. You know, we're gonna go against Virgin Island, but we need to play hard, because next after then we'll have Brazil.
And so the Virgin Islands dropped to 0-2 in group play, and it's of course Canada that takes game number 1. A look at the entire Group A action, or what's been played, is on the board right now for you. So like we said, Brazil and Canada coming up tomorrow, and 3 more games today. For Natalia Melendez, I'm Despina Barton. The final score here on day number 2. Group A action is Canada 101, Virgin Islands 41. Stay with us. More FIBA Women's AmeriCup action is on the way.
I was hearing everything.
You can hear?
You didn't hear it?
No.
I thought you were hearing. If not, I would have, you know.
How come I can't hear it?
No. She said stand by. We're leaving.
No.
Okay. Next time I'll tell you.
Okay.
And I'll tell her to tell you.
Yeah, weird. Because she had me at halftime. Good. And I heard her when we came back.
Okay.